Hello everyone, welcome back to Jacqs and thanks for joining me today. I have my August design team project to share with you for Calico Collage and I am really excited about it. So let's get started. So for the month of August, I received the So Vintage Digital Collection from Calico Collage, and I did something totally different with it than I normally would have, and I created a sewing basket. I am loving it. So I created the basket and then some goodies to go along with it on the inside. So let me take you through what I created here. So the basket itself at the widest part is 6 inches long and about 4.5 inches in width. It has two little movable handles here, or straps, which I sewed down the center of each of those and added ribbon to that as well. They have a brad holding them on that makes them able to move. At the back, I added a little label here. It's a sewing label and it has my little name on there. So that's cute. On each side, each of the panels are sewn. So I sewed each side and the top has a little button opening for the lid on both sides. So you'll see the sewing all the way around. On the front, it had a weaving pattern in the SVG that I used. And in the weave, I put measuring tape of different sizes, and those all were in her kit. And over here, I added 2 of the hearts from the kit. I sewed those as well. Added some ribbon, lace ribbon behind them, and added some buttons here that I got from Hobby Lobby. Here is a sewing machine charm, and there is a dress form in the background that I added, and just kind of did some layering there, but of course everything is sewn. On the top, when you bring down the handles, I put in a really pretty pearl and diamond like button here, and that as well is from Hobby Lobby. So these little panels are sewn here, and then these open by just, pushing up on the button. There's the closure. So on the inside, I did some pattern layering there, and what you'll see is a needle book that I created. I added some lace here from the Dollar Tree. Now this pattern that you see and some of the other pieces in the needle book are all images from Calico Collage's digital kit. I printed them out on fabric, and I love doing that. That's like one of my favorite things to do. And she actually had an image that said needle cases, and I thought that was perfect to create a needle book. So on the inside, here is another printed image. Here is one as well, the scissors, and what I did was I had this in my stash of thread, and I just put that in there. This felt was from Hobby Lobby. It's really thick. I love it. These images here, I just used a safety pin to put them in, and they are from the kit as well that I printed out on fabric. This is one of the items that I just bought from Joann's, and it had the little holes in it so you could do embroidery and threading like that. So I just cut off a little piece and used it to hold my needle. When we turn the page here, I have another safety pin, and it's holding a little button. And here is the back image from the kit as well. I loved how this turned out. It was really fun to make. So the next thing I have in here is a little pattern. This was also in the kit. So I printed out both of these, and I put it on kind of really copy paper weight so it would be really thin. And then inside I put just some sewing paper. I clipped off some from another pattern and put that in here just so that it would look like a real pattern and that it was like hanging out. I remember my mom's patterns used to be so big once she used them, and then tried to fold them up and put them back in the envelopes. So I thought that was really cute to have. The next thing I have here is like a little pin pillow, if you will, like a pin cushion. And I sewed on 2 buttons. These are from Hobby Lobby also. And then I put in a couple pins here just for examples. But I stuffed this. This is actually a quilt quarter, or a little, you know, a little square. And then part of that as well. And then, of course, the last thing that I have in here is that little booklet that I created and shared with you already through our Crafter's Companion Advent calendar. And one of the things that I didn't do before was I took one of these little clothespins and I glued on a little button. These are so adorable. It is so tiny. I love it. But here is that little booklet in case you haven't seen that video. In here I made some little button cards, some little thread holders, and I used fabric for these pockets here as well. This was the button from the Advent calendar, so that's what sparked this idea. And then I just created a couple more button cards to go in here. So that is everything, and there is the inside of the basket. Really, really cute and fun idea. So that is my August design team project using Sew Vintage. I will have all the links and information down below. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.